Nobody can explain what's hovering over Kazakhstan right now, the 5th of April 26.
Alright guys, welcome back to Truth Movement Cartel. So, as you just saw in our entrance, that was whatever it was just filmed late last night over Astana, inside of Kazakhstan. Now, I have done tons of stuff on Astana. You've seen some other creators do some stuff on it. I have been fascinated by this place forever. Okay? Now, if ever there was a New World Order base of operations, which is going to happen, that's what is going on with Iran and our currency. Everything is going to come down to a one world government. That's why they are working on the Project Bluebeam, which is probably what you were just witnessed right there. Okay? It would be in Astana. Now, this place is incredible. This place is almost impossible for you to visit. Okay? And even if you do get to visit, it's very, very, very restricted. And it is incredible. 200 seats sit up there, 200 fallen angels. There is actually a real portal against the water where some say one of the largest meteor strikes was in that water. Now, in the perimeter of Astana, there is massive potholes from not meteorites, because you know we live under a dome. They're the fallen angels. Now, I'm also going to show you the gentleman last year that found this massive door inside the mountain range there, guys. There is a lot to take in here, guys. So, thank you for choosing Truth Movement Cartel. I bring you Astana, the capital of the New World Order.
Have you ever heard of a city built from scratch by the Illuminati? Welcome to Astana, the capital of Kazakhstan. This place is seriously strange. Built in the middle of nowhere, its architecture is filled with what many believe are Masonic and occult symbols. You've got the giant pyramid, the Palace of Peace and Reconciliation, which glows at night, and inside, a sun chamber with a table that seats exactly 13 people. Sound familiar? Then there's the Baitarek Tower, a massive golden orb cradled in a white lattice structure, said to represent the mythical tree of life and a golden egg. It's like something straight out of a secret society's playbook. But here's the wildest part. For a massive modern capital, it often feels eerily empty. The wide boulevards and grand buildings are strangely quiet. Why build a futuristic city if no one's really there? Some Russian conspiracy theories claim the city wasn't just built with oil money, but with funds from global secret societies as a future world capital, a kind of command center for the New World Order after some kind of global event. So, is Astana a bold architectural statement, or is it a city with a hidden, much darker purpose? You tell me.
Satana. Did you ever heard about a city called Astana? So here is Satana. Right, let's zoom in. It is the capital city of Kazakhstan. And there are some interesting buildings I want to share with you. This looks like a phoenix, right? And if you turn this over, it looks like an O, right? Giant pyramid. Impressive. Astana. Here. See this here? Looks like a portal, right? Here there's just a torch, right? From the light bringer. And here, those antennas, the many buildings from the past. Some maybe think that they could use the energy out of the ether. This looks like Yakhim and Boaz, right? Kazakhstan. Phoenix, here's the phoenix, right? From the ashes. This just the phoenix.
$1 billion is how much money we spent building a pyramid and a city on the other side of the planet. It's called Astana, Kazakhstan. And the pyramid that we built is in the middle of it, right in the heart of the city. It houses 200 delegates, and ironically, there are 200 fallen angels. But if you click inside that building, you can go to the boardroom, which has a round table where all 200 delegates get to meet. And if you disagree with them, there's a hole right there in the middle of the table, and you can see all the way down to the floor of reconciliation. And I guess that's the hole of peace. And that's next on the trumpet. The United States were some of the first people to even invest their money there. This is just one of many buildings they built. Circular 200-seat chamber for world religion meetings. Chapter 3 of the Book of Enoch, Fallen Angels, tells you all about the 200 angels that descended onto Mount Hermon. Mount Hermon is where that happened. And if you go to the Book of Enoch, you can see that those 20 names that it mentioned right underneath that verse, they were leaders of tens. So there were 200 people that descended right here on top of Mount Hermon. And the United Nations decided this is right where we need to build a base, on the 33rd degree parallel.
Dang.
These people right here. And he will gather the nations. And no, I'm not talking about the Pope. Look at that logo right there. That's quite simply the 33rd degree. That logo shows the Earth divided by 8 sections, and each section is divided by 4 other sections. 8 times 4 is 32, and the center section makes the 33rd. There's a lot of people on that same page. Now you're going to start seeing that 33 show up everywhere, like in the buttons on his cloak. They represent the years of life. The 33rd degree is where transfigured in front of the disciples. The 33rd degree is where the Masons built the Tower of Babel out of bricks. And yes, if you work with bricks or stones, you are considered a Mason. Charleston, South Carolina, home of the Masons. I love that these guys think that they are the oldest fraternity of men. You're not the oldest fraternity of men that swore an oath. That was the fallen angels. And they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. That book is in the Library of Congress. And this book is right on my shelf for all of us to read. And in the Sermon on the Mount, these are words right here.